And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boshemer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College men's basketball as the Tornadoes take on the University of the South, also known as Sewanee, in this non-conference matchup between the two teams at the Bosch. Tornadoes looking to get their first win of the 2022-23 season. This past weekend they were at Montreat, an 8-point loss, 90-82 in that one. And last time we saw you here at the Boshemer Gymnasium, an 87-81 defeat to Warren Wilson. Tornadoes 0-3 on the season. The other regular season matchup against Bob Jones, that was 86-81 here at the Bosch. And then two exhibitions the Tornadoes have played against Division I competition, which should pay dividends down the road. USC Upstate and UNC Asheville, those two Division I opponents. Meanwhile, Sewanee comes to the mountains of Western North Carolina with a 2-3 record overall. 1-1 on the road, 1-2 at home. And they are led by Russ Marr. He wears number 35, averaging 21 points a game. Marr, the sophomore guard from Bryant, Alabama, so we'll keep a close eye on him. Also, Colin Call putting out some pretty substantial numbers as well. 14.2 points per game for Call. He wears number 11, the senior from Roswell, Georgia. Tornadoes statistically have been led by L.B. Boyette, 22 points average on the season. Great stuff from Boyette so far this season. Quincy Carter's averaging 16 points a game. Chancey Watson, 9. And Ryan Smith, 8.7 per game. Boyette's also the leading rebounder 3 games into this season, 6.7 rebounds per game. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess, assisted by Miles Leathers. Tamia McGee is the student manager. Brian Emerson, the head coach of Sewanee. Will Merrill, the assistant coach. Dickie McCarthy, volunteer assistant. So that sets the scene for you here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. 12 minutes, 43 seconds, until we tip this one off. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Tornadoes hosting the University of the South coming up next. Welcome back here to the Boschmer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us. The non-conference matchup for the Tornadoes, the Sewanee Tigers, have come to town. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for Sewanee, number 2, Luca Avaliani will get a start along with Trey Corrigan, Colin Kale, John Crump, and Russ Marr. So Avaliani, Corrigan, Kale, Crump, and Marr, the starters for the Tigers. And now let's check out the Tornadoes starting lineup. Starters for the Tornadoes, you see them there. Familiar names: Quincy Carter, L.B. Boyette, Carson Evans, Ryan Smith, and Chancey Watson. So there's your starting lineups. Let's meet the rest of the Tornadoes men's basketball team.
Concord, North Carolina, go Tornadoes.
Paris Crawford, Atlanta, Georgia.
Quincy Carter, Decatur, Georgia.
Chancey Watson, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Lauren Boyette, Charlotte, North Carolina, go Tornadoes.
Garrett Sutherland, Atlanta, Georgia.
David Sealy, Deltona, Florida.
Sly White, Raleigh, North Carolina, go Nados.
Eli Kessinger, Orlando, Florida.
Kevin Horton, Asheville, North Carolina, go Nados.
Carson Evans, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Joshua Jackson, Louisiana, North Carolina.
Andrew Smith, Warrenton, North Carolina, go Tornadoes.
Jaden Carnes, Concord, North Carolina.
Zane Cottle, Franklinville, North Carolina.
Amaru Grosvenor, Sewanee, Georgia, go Nados.
Darius Stewart, Charlotte, North Carolina.
RJ Johnson, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ryan Smith, Greenville, South Carolina, go Nados.
Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, Tornadoes and Tigers finish up their warm-ups. Expect some high-tempo basketball once again. We saw that in the Warren-Wilson matchup as Warren Wilson brought that style, whether it's defensive pressure and also high tempo on the offensive end, but expecting some of that same sort of helter-skelter type basketball. Speaking of Warren Wilson, Sewanee played Warren Wilson on November the 11th, a 131-101 win. That's 232 points combined between those two teams. And the Sewanee Tigers able to win that one. Sewanee's other win came over LaGrange. Familiar name to NATO Nation from their time in the USA South. Also, Maryville, another former member of the USA South. They defeated Sewanee 76-55. Covenant also got a win over Sewanee 77-67, and Emory a 101-76 winner over Sewanee. Well, just moments away, about ready for the pregame introductions and the national anthem, and then we'll tip things off between the Tigers and the Tornadoes. Thanks for joining us here at the Boschmer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Brevard College Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, the visiting Tigers at Sewanee. At guard, the 6'4" sophomore from Marietta, Georgia, number 2, Luca Avaliani. At guard, the 6'4" sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 3, Trey Morgan. At 4, the 6'7" senior from Roswell, Georgia, number 11, Colin Kay. At 4, the 6'4" senior from Cramerton, North Carolina, number 21, John Crump. At guard, the 6'3" sophomore from Raleigh, Alabama, number 25, Wes Clark. Tigers coached by Brian Emerson, assisted by Will Merrill. And now, the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. At guard, the 6'1" senior from Decatur, Georgia, number 4, Quincy Carter. At guard, the 6'4" junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 5, LB Boyette. At guard, 5'10" junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 10, Carson Evans. At center, the 6'7" sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, number 23, Ryan Smith. And at guard, the 6'1" senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 32, Jesse Watson. Your Tornadoes are coached by Mr. Lee Burgess and assisted by Mr. Miles Levers.
So pre-game introductions complete. And we are ready to roll here, Tornadoes and Tigers. Tornadoes in their home white jerseys with the blue numerals and the blue trim. And the Sewanee Tigers in purple with gold numerals, gold trim, also some white trim as well on those shorts. And the tip is won by Smith, who tips it over to Boyette, and Carson Evans running the point for the Tornadoes. Evans dribbles to his right, uses Smith. Nice cut there from Smith. He misses the layup, however, rebounded by Marr. Avaliani leading the charge for the Tigers. That ball's tapped out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock. 19:35 on the game clock. Just getting started here. Kale dribbles to his right. Hand off to Crump. Three-pointer here from Avaliani and wrestled down by Boyette. Leading rebounder and scorer for the Tornadoes. Carter dribbles to his left, misses the short jumper, and back the other way. Here come the Tigers. Corner three-pointer is good by Russ Marr. He's the 6'3" sophomore guard from Bryant, Alabama, and he scores the first points of this ball game. 3-0 Tigers. Watson. Here's Carter. Evans swings it around to Smith. Evans along the perimeter. Picks up his dribble, now hands it off to Boyette. 10 on the shot clock. Evans dribbles to his left using Watson. Now 6 on the shot clock. Evans drives, pulls up from the elbow, and good. Pull-up jumper from Carson Evans. Junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, Butler High School. Carson Evans. First points of the evening for the Tornadoes. Little baby hook shot there from Colin Kale. He measures at 6'7", the senior forward from Roswell, Georgia. 5-2 Tigers. Smith on the low block. Turnaround jumper is no good. Rebounded there by Corrigan. Corrigan, man-to-man defense there from Evans. Now backdoor cut. Beautiful pass there. Corrigan fighting Avaliani. What a pass there, threading the needle on the backdoor cut. 7-2 Tigers. Boyette. Carter. Evans for three. It's good. So Carson Evans with all 5 points for the Tornadoes. Hitting that pull-up jumper, now that three-pointer, then taken away there by Smith. Nice job defensively. The steal by Smith up ahead to Boyette. Boyette, fast break layup is good. L.B. Boyette. And just like that, the Tornadoes have tied this game up at 7. 17-17 to play here. Half number 1. Moore. Kale. Moore from 3. It's good. Russ Moore has hit 2 of these three-pointers already. And a 10-7 advantage for the visitors from Sewanee. Stolen away there by Moore. Moore taking on Boyette on the defensive end. And what a play by Boyette to disrupt that attempt by Moore. Great job. Transition defense by L.B. Boyette, folks. Garrett Sutherland checks in for the Tornadoes. He's the sophomore from Atlanta, 6'5". He replaces Carter. Meanwhile, Tigers with possession here. Great play defensively in the transition there from Boyette. Pull-up jumper there is good by Avaliani, leading scorer for Sewanee. He has 4 so far. First substitute of the contest for the Tigers. Eli Holland, number 33, checking in. He also measures at 6'7", out of Nashville. Watson amongst the trees there. And Smith able to get his own rebound after the block shot from Marr. Now back the other way. Here come the Tigers. And stolen away, punched away there by Watson. Stolen by Smith. Now here comes Smith. Up ahead to Watson. Watson on the move. Watson, a little pump fake there, misses the layup. Back the other way. Here come the Tigers. 12-7 your score. Stolen there by Sutherland. Nice job getting into that passing lane as they tried to get it to Holland on the low block. A couple subs waiting at the scorer's table. We're going to have a media timeout at the next dead ball. Sutherland hands it off to Boyette. Boyette. Misfire there. Back the other way come the Tigers. And a quick bucket there for Avaliani. He now has 6. And the Tigers on a 7-0 run after this game was tied 7-7. Watson. Boyette. Back to Watson. Watson, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. No good. And a fight for the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Sutherland. And we're going to have a timeout on the court. A media timeout. With 14:58 to play, 7-0 run currently for the Tigers, 14-7 the differential here at the Bosch. So some new Tornadoes into the contest. Charles Reed has entered the game. Also, KK Horton making his first appearance of this matchup. Jaden Carnes on the floor as well, along with Boyette and Sutherland. That's the 5 for the Tornadoes. Sewanee currently on a 7-0 run. Dribble here to the right. This is Graham Smith. He hands it off to Marr, and Marr taking it to the hoop. And there's a foul, so Marr will earn a trip to the free throw line. First free throw attempts for either team thus far in this contest. And a free throw there by Marr, up and good. Marr now with 7 points. He hit 2 3-pointers before that media timeout. And he's true with that second free throw as well. 8 points for Marr. So Marr and Avaliani with 14 of the 16 for the Tigers. Here's Sutherland with a strong take there, and the finish. Nice move there. Garrett Sutherland on the offensive end. 3-pointer here, launching it up and good. Russ Marr, 11 points now. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. .05 to play here. Back the other way, here come the Tigers. Move there to the hoop, and it looked like it was well defended. Both Carnes and Sutherland were there. The foul's going to be on Sutherland. And the faithful here at Boschmer Gymnasium with some looks of bewilderment. But the bottom line is there's only one opinion that matters. That's the one in those striped shirts down there. And it'll be a free throw here for Holland. And misses that attempt from the charity stripe. And so back the other way, here come the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, Paris Crawford is checked in the game. Here's KK Horton. Horton on the move. Reed. Boyette from downtown. It's good. LB Boyette. 5 points thus far. And that stroke looked smooth as silk there from Boyette. LB Boyette entering this game with a 22 points per game average. Really carrying a lot of the offensive load for the Tornadoes. Quincy Carter also in double figures on a game-to-game average. 16 points per game for Carter. That shot there is no good by Smith. Smith let it fly. So you can see the three-pointers are part of the Sewanee offense, that's for sure. Meanwhile, here's Reed. Back to Boyette. Boyette hands it off to Horton. And a foul there off the ball. It's going to be on LB Boyette. Maybe a moving pick there. So tough break there for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, here come the Tigers back the other way. Checking back in is Quincy Carter. LB Boyette will sit down. He has 2 fouls. 12:55 to play here, period number 1. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. This battle between the Sewanee Tigers out of the state of Tennessee and the Brevard College Tornadoes. Here, Horton pushing it ahead, and the finish there. Charles Reed with the finish. So side out here for Reed. Inbounds it to Horton. Horton dribbles to his right. Crawford Back to Horton. Horton from 3. It's good. KK Horton delivers with the 3. That's the third three-pointer of the half for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes perfect as a team from beyond the arc. 3 for 3. Horton fighting for the loose ball there, and it's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to go to the Tigers, but nice hustle there. KK Horton. KK Horton. Getting down and dirty there, hitting the playing surface here at the Boschberg Gymnasium. Horton, the sophomore out of Asheville Christian Academy. 12 minutes to play here, half number 1. And the jumper there is no good. Nice job by the Tornadoes as that shot clock was expiring. That was Smith with the attempt. Here's Reed. Crawford. Three-pointer there from Carter is good. The Tornadoes 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. Getting it done from downtown, the Tornadoes. And just like that, a 20-19 advantage. The Tornadoes have come storming back and taken the lead here. And answer there by Kale. Really nicely done there for the Tornadoes in these last couple minutes to get right back into this ball game. Carter able to wrestle it away there. Just a show of strength there by Quincy Carter. Now whistles. And it might be a clock issue. But meanwhile, a media timeout. So Russ Marr hit a three-pointer with 14:19 to play. That put the Tigers up 19-9. And the Tornadoes then reeled off an 11-0 run. Great job by the Tornadoes. Three-pointer from Carter, from Horton. A layup after the steal by Jaden Carnes, by Reed. And scoring run began with a three-pointer from Boyette. So that was a big-time run, down by 10, and the Tornadoes reeling off a 11-0 scoring run to take their first lead of the game at 20-19, and then an answer by Colin Kale to put Sewanee back ahead, but we've got a neck-and-neck ball game now here at the Bosch. 10:56 to play here in the first half. Well, Thanksgiving breaks began. Many of the students enjoying 3 days off of school, followed by the weekend, so grand total of 5 days, and really want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving from all of us at Brevard College. And thank you, NATO Nation, for all your support. 10:52 to play here, half number 1. Carter. Here's Paris Crawford. Crawford. Three-pointer there by Carnes. It's good. So another three-pointer. The Tornadoes 5 for 5 from downtown. Oh, my. And just like that, the Tornadoes back in the lead, 23-21. 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. 5 different players. Three-pointer there's no good. Fighting for the rebound was Reed. And now Reed taking it coast to coast. Unable to finish there. Meanwhile, the Sewanee Tigers back the other way. Stolen there momentarily by Horton, but out of bounds. But you can see the energy from the Tornadoes, the pep in the step, and the Tornadoes currently with a 23-21 lead after trailing 19-9. Great job by the Tornadoes to work their way back into this ball game. Here's Rashawn Williams. Russ Marr, who else? And we are all tied up at 23. Russ Marr now with 13 points. Carter, pull up there. It's blocked. Marr with the block shot. He's just doing it all. Marr already has 2 block shots, also a steal. And 13 points to lead all scores. Tornadoes really spreading the distribution around. We talked about the 5 players with a made three-pointer. 7 different players have found the scoring column for the Tornadoes. Evans and Boyette both with 5. Carter. Here's Horton. Horton from downtown. It's no good. That's the first miss from beyond the arc for the Tornadoes, but offensive rebound for the NATOs, so second chance opportunity here. Reed. And it's going to be another foul off the ball. Another moving screen, apparently. Quincy Carter will pick up the personal foul. Team foul number 6. Sly White checks in for the NATOs. He's the junior guard from Raleigh, Trinity Academy of Raleigh High School. 9 minutes and change to play, all tied up at 23. Three-pointer here is good. Russ Marr, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. 5 of 6 shooting from the field overall, and 16 points, and we've got 8:42 to play here in the first half still. Russ Marr making his presence known. Meanwhile, pump fake there from Horton, and then there's going to be a foul there on Williams. Now, just the first team foul for Sewanee. Meanwhile, 6 fouls on the Tornadoes, so quite a difference there in terms of total fouls between the two teams. Meanwhile, side out for the Tornadoes. Horton hands it off to Crawford. Crawford from 3, no good. Up high for the rebound there, and the putback by Reed. Second chance opportunity is a successful one, and the Tornadoes now trail 26-25. Crump, Corrigan, Holland. Here's Avaliani. Three-pointer here from Marr, and Marr's going to draw the foul, shooting the 3. So he'll have 3 free throws. After we come back after this media timeout, 7:55, check that, 7:59 on the clock here in the first half. And a media timeout on the floor. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, free throw there up and good by Russ Marr. 3 free throws coming here after he was fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer. Second free throw good as well. Russ Marr misses the third free throw, but he has 18 points. Perfect from the land of 3, 4 or 5 now from the line. Nice backdoor cut there, and the finish, Quincy Carter able to find Sly White, and White able to finish that transaction, 28-27. Dribbling to his left, now to his right. That's Avaliani. Avaliani up, no good. Rebounded there by Reed. Reed up ahead. Reed, handoff to Crawford. Here's Horton. Carter. Carter dribbles to his left, using Reed. 12 on the shot clock. Sly White hands it off to Crawford. Sly White now in the low block. Pass into the paint there to Reed. Shot no good. Back the other way. Here come the Tigers. Corrigan dribbling to his right, taking it to the hoop himself, and he is fouled by Carter. So, 8th team foul on the Tornadoes. Still just 1 foul on the Tigers. So, bonus situation now. .650 to play here. (30-27). Crawford dribbles to his right. Watson for 3. It's good. The Tornadoes have found a lot of success from beyond the arc so far in this contest. That's their 6th three-pointer on 8 attempts. And 6 different players have delivered those three-pointers. That makes it even more exceptional. Meanwhile, another opportunity here. We're all tied up at 30. And a foul there. Is going to be on Crump. .545 to play here, all tied up at 30. White. Watson missing there. And it's going to be another, not sure what the call was there. Not a foul, a traveling violation. So turnover for the Tornadoes. 7th turnover thus far. 6 turnovers for Sewanee. Dribbling there into the paint, now getting his own rebound and then fouled. That was Colin Kale. And Kale will head to the line. Free throw here from Kale is no good. Foul was on Reed, by the way. Evans, Reed, Crawford, White, and Watson on the court for the Tornadoes. Evans running the point. 5:18 to play here. 31-29. Sewanee on top. Watson. Here's White. Crawford dribbling to his left. Jumper there is good. A kind roll there for Paris Crawford. So he gets on the board. 10 different Tornadoes in the scoring column. Layup there is good by Kale. So Kale starting to come alive a little bit. He now has 7. Marr leads all scorers with 18. Here's Evans. Evans posting up Corrigan. White from downtown. It's good. Sly White. And just like that, the Tornadoes, 7 different Tornadoes have hit three-pointers. Meanwhile, rebound here for Crawford. Check that, actually 6. We thought that Watson long jumper was a 3. It was actually a 2. So now we're under 4 minutes to play. Another immediate timeout coming at the next dead ball. Here's Evans. Back to White. 10 on the shot clock. Crawford dribbles to his right. Now through a couple of defenders. And that is going to be waved off. Offensive foul on Paris Crawford as the Sewanee defender had his position. And that'll be a timeout on the court. With 3:47 to play here, period number 1. 34-33 your score. Well, do want to catch you up a little bit around the world of Brevard College Tornado athletics. Congratulations to the latest selections to the Academic All-District team, part of the Academic All-American program. From volleyball, Bailey Lance, Caitlin Presley, and Grace Pukas. And 3 football players with this honor: Luis Alvarez, Cooper Hogan, and Justin Parker. 3rd straight year that Parker has been honored as an Academic All-District performer, so congrats to him. Tornadoes, by the way, this was a Student Athlete Advisory Committee initiative. The cans across the conference, trick-or-treating for cans, and the Tornadoes were able to accumulate 2,359 cans. These cans went to the Bread of Life, this canned food, the Sharing House, also the on-campus food pantry, and just a great effort by the Tornadoes. They finished 3rd in the conference, so nice job in the cans across the USA South Conference. We mentioned Thanksgiving break is upon us. Women's basketball winners of 3 straight. 2-0 start in the USA South Conference. They'll be back in action at Berry College next Tuesday, 6 p.m. in Mount Berry, Georgia. That's when the men's team will be back in action as well. That's Tuesday, November the 29th, just up the road in Swannanoa, when the Tornadoes take on the Owls again of Warren Wilson. Meanwhile, the Tigers here with possession out of the timeout. Jumper there is no good by Kale, and then maybe a little bit of frustration from Kale. Not the best foul there, but only the 3rd team foul for the Tigers. Tornadoes have committed 10 of them. Evans. Chancey Watson. Here's White. White hands it off to Reed. 10 on the shot clock. Sly White hands it off to Evans. Evans picks up his dribble, now uses Crawford. 2 on the shot clock. Evans has to let it fly. It's no good, so maybe not exactly what the Tornadoes wanted to see there in the half-court set. Evans had no choice but to launch that up as the shot clock was expiring. Meanwhile, here comes Sewanee the other way. Jumper there, no good. Rebounded by Reed. Reed up ahead to Evans. Crawford from downtown, it's no good. Long rebound into the hands of the Tigers. Marr was able to bring down the rebound. And then a foul. And the Tigers head back to the line. bonus, double bonus, in fact, situations from here on out. And heading to the line here is Graham Smith. He's 0 for 2 from the field. First free throw attempts for Smith. First free throw up and good. All tied up at 34. Free throw there, up and good. Once again from Smith. Evans moving it up the floor now. Watson. A cutting Crawford there, and back the other way, here come the Tigers. Crawford then comes up with a steal up ahead to Evans. Tigers getting back defensively. Evans pulls up for the jumper there and gets it done himself. Carson Evans now with 7 points to lead all NATOs, who have really spread around the scoring. Under 2 minutes to play here. Tornadoes up by 1. 10 different Tornadoes have scored points as opposed to just 5 Tigers, with 18 of the 35 points coming from Russ Marr. Graham Smith heading back to the line here. He made his last 2 free throws. Now all tied up at 36. 4th tie of the contest. And now a lead change as Tigers take the 37-36 lead. We've got a timeout on the court, as Coach Lee Burgess wants to talk things over. A 30-second timeout. Well, the next home game for the women's basketball team is versus Salem in USA South Conference play. That's Saturday, December the 3rd at 2 p.m. right here at the Bosch. And then the next men's basketball home game, Monday, December the 5th, 7 p.m. tip-off versus Oglethorpe. So hope you can see us here at the Bosch for those. BCTornadoes.com for all your information. Also be sure to follow the Tornadoes on social media at BC Tornadoes on Twitter and Instagram. Under 2 minutes to play. Tornadoes trailing by 1. Evans. Watson. Back to Evans. 12 on the shot clock. Evans dribbles to his left. Now weaves back to his right. And a kicked ball there. And so that's going to be a reset of the shot clock to 20. .90 seconds to play. Evans. Crawford. And a foul there. On Kale, just the 4th team foul, so plenty of fouls to give here in the final 84 seconds. .113 left to play here, half number 1. Evans dribbles to his right, hands off to Crawford. Back to Evans. Evans. A beautiful crossover there from Evans. Now 6 on the shot clock. Crawford. Shot clock running down. Crawford able to finish there. and one. Paris Crawford, ladies and gentlemen, the senior guard from Atlanta, Georgia, with the and one opportunity here. Big time finish there from Crawford. 6'3" senior, North Springs High School. And free throw is up and good. Now that was the first free throw attempt for the Tornadoes. We've been telling you the foul story, and it took the Tornadoes over 19 minutes of competition to find the charity stripe, and Crawford able to finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Meanwhile, another free throw attempt here for Sewanee. So this will be free throws number 16 and 17 for Sewanee. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes with just one free throw attempt. That free throw off the front iron. Tigers now 11 of 16 from the line, 71%. Second free throw up and no good as well. Watson pulls down the rebound. Charles Reed, Crawford, Smith, back to Reed. About a 9-second differential shot game clock. Smith let that fly from three. Meanwhile, back the other way, here come the Tigers, 39-37. Backdoor cut there is no good. And then the follow-up and the finish by Holland, and Evans will launch a three. It's no good. We'll head to the intermission, all tied up at 39. Back and forth affair between these two teams. Tornadoes trailed 19-9 at one point. A 11-0 run got them right back into this one, and it's been nick and tuck ever since. 39-39 your score at the half. And we'll fill you in on all the specifics a little later during this halftime. Russ Moore with 18 points to lead all scorers. Tornadoes, 10 different players in the scoring column. 6 different players have hit three-pointers. Carson Evans leads all Tornadoes with 7 points. Leading rebounder for the Nados is Charles Reed with 7. So your score at the half, Brevard 39, Sewanee 39.
It's important to study English because
History
Welcome back here to the Boschberg Gymnasium. All tied up at 39. Let's take a look at some of the halftime statistics, as these two teams have been in a dogfight. 9 lead changes, 6 ties. Few of the numbers there for you. Field goal percentage. Sewanee shooting 52%, 12 of 23 from the field. Tornadoes at exactly 50%, 16 of 32. From the line, really an uneven statistical category, as Sewanee 11 of 17 from the line. Brevard just 1 of 1, just 1 free throw attempt for the Tornadoes in that first half. 3-point's been a big storyline as well. Sewanee 4 of 8. All 4 of the 3-pointers for Sewanee came from Russ Marr. He leads the Tigers with 18. The Tornadoes, 6 3-pointers made on 11 attempts. 6 different Tornadoes draining 3-pointers. Carter, Boyette, Evans, Carnes, Horton, and Sly White. We mentioned the free throw discrepancy. Well, there's the reason why, the fouls. 13 fouls on the Nados, just 5 on the Tigers. Turnovers have been a pretty even story. 10 for Brevard and 9 for the Tigers. The Tigers led 19-9. The Tornadoes reeled off an 11-0 run. Made this very interesting from that point forward. And we saw the 9 lead changes and 6 ties from that point forward as well. Individually, we mentioned Russ Marr leading all scorers with 18 points. Kale has 7, and Avliani has 6 for Sewanee. The Tornadoes have been led by Carson Evans with 7 points. Crawford, White, and Boyette each have 5. 10 different Tornadoes have scored. Some really wide-ranging point distribution by the Nados. Back to action here at the Bosch. Driving to the hoop there, and may have been partially blocked. That Boyette attempt. Now a reverse layup attempt. Now a scramble for the basketball, and Ryan Smith able to come up with it, but then another offensive foul on the Tornadoes. That's going to be on LB Boyette. That's Boyette's 3rd, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Boyette, the leading scorer and leading rebounder for this club. Just getting going here in the second half. Missed there, well defended there by Smith in the low post. And a whistle here. And a technical foul has been called. Looks like on the Tornado bench. And now a technical free throw here from Corrigan. And no good, the free throw from Corrigan. And free throw there from Corrigan is good. So technical foul, it appeared to be on the Tornado bench. And we'll reset there. So points are at a premium in this one. You hate to give Sewanee a couple freebies, but couldn't quite tell what happened over there on that Tornado bench. 1 minute has expired here at the Bosch. Smith. Rebounded there by Evans. 3-pointer there by Boyette is good. LB Boyette. now with 8 points, draining that 3-point. 7th three-pointer of the game for the Tornadoes. Jumper there, no good. Offensive rebound by Kale. Here's Corrigan. Corrigan, nice little bounce pass there to find Kale. And we are tied up once again at 42. 18-15 to play here. Half number 2. Watson dribbles to his right. Here's Evans. Smith. Boyette. 12 on the shot clock. Quincy Carter. And some miscommunication there. That's going to be a turnover on the Tornadoes. 13th turnover of the contest for the Nados. Already 3 this half. 17:50 to play, half number 2. And take there to the hoop. Foul there is going to be on Watson, so another foul on the Tornadoes. More free throws coming after this timeout for the Tigers. 17:44 to play here, half number 2. Back to action here at the Boschberg Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. It's been a back and forth affair between the Tigers and the Tornadoes in this one. And free throws as one-sided as they come. This will be free throw attempt number 20 coming. The Tornadoes with just 1 free throw attempt. And offensive rebound there and the finish. The Tigers make the Tornadoes pay with that second chance opportunity. Now double figure scoring for Kale. He has 11. Marr has 18 to lead the Tigers. LB Boyette leads the Tornadoes with 8 points. Carson Evans with 7. Crawford and White each have 5. Reed with 4. Carnes, Carter, Horton, Sutherland, Watson also in the scoring column. Smith splitting the defenders there. Watson nicely done. Now a three-pointer for Carter. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Smith able to get it. And Ryan Smith will earn a trip to the free throw line. Big time rebound there on the offensive glass by Smith. And he'll head to the line. Looking to get on the board. Smith has struggled from the field, 0 for 6. Just the second free throw attempt for the Tornadoes this evening. Three rebounds for Smith, the starting center of the Tornadoes, sophomore out of Greenville, South Carolina. 46-43. 17 minutes to play here, half number 2. Smith able to come up with the loose ball there, and Evans back the other way. Boyette. Watson, quick little move there. First step now. Bounce pass to Evans. Boyette from downtown. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. And well done there. Crump with the rebound. And now Tornado's able to get the ball momentarily. Now helter-skelter on the court here at the Bosch. Back and forth we go, and then a block shot there from Kale. Now back ahead, here comes the Tigers. Some wild play these last few sequences. And a finish there from Kale, and just like that, it's a 5-point lead for Sewanee. Tornadoes have to be careful at this juncture, trailing by 5. And that's the answer the Tornadoes needed. Chancey Watson with the delivery there. 15:30 to play. And a foul on the court. Foul discrepancy continues between these two teams, and we have a timeout on the court. Foul was on Smith, his second, and we have a timeout on the court with your score, 48-45. Tigers on top. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Tigers with the ball in a 48-45 lead. Watson. Smith. Smith from downtown. It's no good. Evans with the offensive rebound. Evans up and missing for the short jumper. Tornadoes have been struggling. 2 of 8 now here in the second half from the field. And now a couple subs for the Tornadoes. Charles Reed checks in, also KK Horton. Garrett Sutherland as well. Another foul. That's the 4th foul on Boyette. You could see the frustration from the star of the Tornadoes having to head to the bench with that 4th foul. Already 5 team fouls on the Tornadoes. Now a turnover for the Nados, and back the other way. The Tigers will regain possession. Pass down low there to Holland. Smith taken away there by Reed. Reed now taking on Smith head on. Misses the fast break layup. Crashing the boards there with both Smith and Sutherland. The foul is going to be on Holland. Eli Holland with the foul. 14-16 to play here, period number 2. KK Horton. Horton dribbles to his left, hands off to Carter. Carter was looking for Smith. Getting into that passing lane is Crump with the steal. Three-pointer there is good. Three-pointer there for the Tigers. And a 51-45 lead. That was Corrigan with the 3. Assist from Crump. And meanwhile, rebounded there by Corrigan. Corrigan hands it off to Marr. Back to Corrigan. Marr hasn't scored here in the second half. Until that. So just like that, some folks would call that the broadcaster's jinx. We'll call it Russ Marr continuing his damage. Now 20 points on the day. And an 8-point lead for the Tigers. Tornadoes really have to be careful now. Stay within striking distance here. Keep this within single digits. Smith. Sutherland. Back to Smith. Smith hands off to Carter. Carter dribbles to his left. Carter. Three-pointer there. Trying to beat the shot clock. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Carter had no choice but to launch up a 3 there, and 8-point lead and the ball for the Tigers. This game was tied at halftime at 39. A 14-6 advantage here in the second half for Sewanee. Smith. Smith. Down low there to Kale. Kale. Guarded by Carnes. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Kale. Maybe getting a little bit of an elbow there. Nice job defensively holding their ground. Carnes leading the charge there for the Tornadoes. Carnes, exciting freshman out of Concord, North Carolina, Mount Pleasant High School. Here's KK Horton. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the Tornadoes. There's been several of those. The 20th foul of the game for the Tornadoes, and then the finish there. Sewanee makes them pay once again. Avaliani. And just like that, a 10-point lead, matching their largest lead of the contest. They led 19-9 way back in the first half. Sutherland finally able to stop the bleeding with that bucket. And a foul. Yeah, a lot of discussion along this near sideline as well. A 7-0 run for Sewanee really opened this one up. Tornadoes able to stop the bleeding on that last bucket, and then free throws coming back. 11:36 to play. 55-47. Sewanee on top. Back to action here at the Moshmer Gymnasium. 8-point lead. For the Tigers. And free throws here. Sutherland still having a conversation with the referee. Trying to understand that last foul. Meanwhile, first free throw up and good by who else? Russ Marr. And by the way, this was another one of these situations, the free throw in the act of shooting a three-pointer. So 3 free throw attempts here for Marr, who now has 22 points. Make it 23. Russ Marr entered the game averaging 21.2 points a game. He's ahead of that. We still have 11:30 to play here, half number 2, and it's an 11-point lead, the largest of the game for the Tigers. Horton, bullet pass there. What a look. As Carnes able to finish that off. What a look from KK Horton. 11:11 left here, half number 2. Blocked there by Reed. Great job on the block shot, Charles Reed. Reed does so many of the little things. The block shot there, 7 rebounds. Really well done there, Charles Reed, ladies and gentlemen. Horton up the court for the Tornadoes. Dribbles to his right. Taking on multiple defenders. Now using Sutherland. Sutherland back to Horton. Horton. Here's Carnes. Sutherland. Pull-up jumper, no good, off the back iron. Rebounded there by Avaliani. Corrigan dribbles to his left. Three-pointer up and no good. Rebounded by Sutherland. Rebound by Sutherland up ahead. And swinging it around there and trying to keep it in bounds as Reed. Horton comes up with it, now loses the handle. Now back to Horton and draws the foul. So a little loose with the basketball there, but ultimately Horton able to come up with the foul, and the free throw attempts coming here for KK Horton. First free throw, no good. Checking in is Paris Crawford for Quincy Carter. Also into the game, John Crump for the Tigers. Crump, part of that original starting lineup, the senior North Carolina native. Rebound here by Sutherland. Nicely done on those offensive boards. And the finish there, KK Horton able to get it done. Cuts the deficit to 7. And disrupting the shot there, Crawford making things difficult on Holland. Back the other way, here come the Tornadoes. Horton. Crawford. Reed. Here's Carnes. Now Sutherland. Corner 3, no good by Crawford. Reed hits the floor, and then a foul there on Carnes. And another foul on the Tornadoes. And now in the bonus. So, 1-and-1 situation. First free throw up and good. Graham Smith at the line. He's now 5 of 5 from the charity stripe. Second free throw up and no good. So missed free throw there and back the other way. Here come the NATOs. Horton. Sutherland. Stolen away there by Smith. Difference is 8 points, make it 10 after that finish by Ave Liani. Reed. Sutherland, corner three-pointer, and he will draw the foul. So 3 free throws coming here for Garrett Sutherland. Foul there on Graham Smith. Sutherland will head to the line. Can't emphasize this enough in this one as far as the difference in free throw attempts between these two teams. Big difference in this contest. 16 of 25, the Tigers. And this is free throw attempt number 7 for the Tornadoes. And Sutherland will get one more due to being fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer. Nice turnout from fans from Sewanee, Tennessee. Also some of NATO Nation, of course, in the building here. School's out, so student section a little thinner than what we're used to, but vocal at the same time. 8:25 to play here, half number 2. It's an 8-point lead for Sewanee. And up and under and through the hoop there for Kale. Kale now has 15. Marr has 23 to lead all scorers. Eleven different Tornadoes have found their way to the scoring column. So really spreading around the wealth on the Brevard side. But we've got a timeout on the court. 10-point advantage for Sewanee. 63-53. Back to action here at the Boschberg Gymnasium, a 10-point advantage. Free throws coming up here for the Tornadoes. It'll be Paris Crawford at the line. Crawford, senior from Atlanta. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess in his 11th season. Free throw there is no good. Rebounded by Ava Liani. Finish there, Russ Marr once again. He now has 25. 25 of the 65 points for the Tigers have come from Marr. And that's going to be a foul on KK Horton right around that end line. And we're in a bonus situation, so free throws coming for the Tigers. And this will be Avaliani at the line. Free throw up and good. 26th and 27th free throw attempts of the game for the Tigers. Big part of this story today. Second free throw good as well. 14-point lead. This game was tied at 39 at the half. Meanwhile, Crawford with a finish there, just what the doctor ordered from the Tornadoes' perspective. So Crawford's starting to get it going a little bit. Crawford now with 7 points. Boyette finally coming off the bench. He's been sitting for quite some time with 4 fouls, and he's getting set to check in as we're heading towards crunch time here. But when he is inserted, he'll be playing with 4 fouls. Meanwhile, take there and a foul on Reed. The 10th team foul, so now a double bonus, and the free throws continue to accumulate for the Tigers. So Marr to the line. First free throw is good. He's now 8 of 9 from the stripe, 26 points, 7 of 11 from the field. He's hit 4 3-pointers, and now Boyette back into the game. So LB Boyette replaces Garrett Sutherland. And for these final 6 minutes and 50 seconds, Boyette will be playing with 4 fouls. Have to be very careful here, but at the same time, trailing by 13. Need to make something happen on the offensive end. Sly White hands it off to KK Horton. Horton for 3. It's good. KK Horton. That's what the doctor ordered from the Tornadoes' standpoint. Horton now with 8 points. Not a single Tornado in double figures, and part of that is because 11 different Tornadoes have scored in this one. Marr, Kale, and Avaliani on double figures for the Tigers. And then the finish there from Kale. Kale now has 17. And at the 70-point mark for the Tigers, and they have opened up a 13-point lead, their largest of the contest. Turnaround jumper there is no good. And a foul on Crawford. Maybe a little bit of frustration. More free throws coming here. For the Tigers, and it'll be Crump. Quincy Carter checks in for Crawford. So White, Carter, Horton, Reed, and Boyette on the field, on the court rather, for the Tornadoes. Avaliani, Corrigan, Crump, Holland, and Kale on the court for the Tigers. 5:30 to play. Tornadoes running out of time here, down by 15. And a foul there, and trip to the free throw line for Charles Reed. Free throw up and good. Charles Reed now with 5 points, 7 rebounds. Lead all players on the glass. Second free throw up and good as well. A 14-point spread, 5:20 to play. Carter on the ball defensively and whistles here. And a little bit of a repair to the court. That's the part of the Boshemer Gymnasium surface where the volleyball net arises from. Three-pointer here is good. Corrigan able to deliver there from downtown. He now has 9 points and 16-point lead now for the Tigers. Missed there, rebounded by Corrigan, now taken away by Boyette. Boyette up and fit and good. And one opportunity there for L.B. Boyette. Boyette now first Tornado in double figures with 10. Marr checks back in. He leads all scorers with 26. Free throw there, no good by Boyette. 4:40 to play here. Tigers decide to slow it down a little bit here. 4:30 to play, understandable. Rebounded there by White, junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Horton. And the finish there by Horton. Four minutes to play here in the second half. Stolen there by Horton. Horton on the move. Horton up and blocked. What a play. Russ Marr. The block in transition. Then Horton, second chance opportunity, drains the three. So a lot happening in that sequence. A block for the ages by Marr, and then Horton gets the final piece of that transaction. Draining the three-pointer. Three-pointer there. What an answer by Corrigan. Sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Tiger faithful who are here. (78-66) now your score after the three-pointer by Corrigan. Well, the Tornadoes will be back in action. Next game actually on the road, Tuesday the 29th, 1 week from today, at Warren Wilson and Sewanee. So a short trip for the Tornadoes. And then the Tornadoes will be back at home on Monday, December the 5th versus Oglethorpe. Road trips to Johnson and Wales, Western Carolina, Bob Jones, and Oglethorpe in December, along with a December 30th trip to Atlanta, where they'll take on this very Sewanee team. Then conference play will get started in the new year for the Tornadoes. First conference games on the road at Mary Baldwin up in Virginia. That's on January the 4th. And then first home conference game Saturday, January 7th versus Southern Virginia. You can check out the entire schedule at bctornadoes.com. Follow the Tornadoes on Twitter and Instagram at BC Tornadoes, Brevard College Tornado Athletics on Facebook. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Three-pointer there by Horton is no good. Just over 3 minutes to play. Tigers have really opened things up here in this second half. Outscoring the Tornadoes by 12 in this half. This game was tied 39-39 at intermission. A 39-27 advantage for the Tigers in the second half. The Tigers have shot 59% here in the second half. Scramble for the loose ball. Horton able to hustle for it, ends up handing it off to Carter. Carter now to Reed. Reed with the jumper. He'll get a trip to the free throw line. Tornadoes have shot 40% here in the second half. They've only hit 2 3-pointers. They had hit 6 in that first half. Once again, the free throw is a story. 5 of 11 here in the second half for the Tornadoes, 10 of 14 for Sewanee. And for the game, 31 free throw attempts for Sewanee. These are free throw attempts, 13 and 14 for the Tornadoes. But the story that outshines it all is just the second half performance and the second half scoring run that Sewanee went on to turn a tie ball game at the half to a double-digit advantage. Now a 10-point lead, so the Tornadoes shave some of it off of the spread here. Now, meanwhile, Sewanee able to break a press and then find the open man, and the finish there for Kale. Kale now has 19. Marr has 26. Also in double figures, Avaliani and Corrigan. Horton misses there, and then great hustle underneath by Reed. That's his 8th rebound, and he'll get another trip to the free throw line. Reed's 4 for 4 from the line, 8 points. Horton now leads the Tornadoes. He's come alive here in the second half. He has 12 points, Boyette with 10. And another trip here to the free throw line for Charles Reed. 2:26 to play. Half number 2. Free throw there, no good. 11 different Tornadoes have scored in this contest. The majority of the scoring coming from 4 players for the Tigers. Marr, Kale, Avaliani, and Corrigan. 2:15 to play here. Tigers by 12. Avaliani dribbles to his left. Was looking to connect with Marr. Ball bounces out of bounds. Another turnover for the Tigers. That's their 18th. Tornadoes have had 20 turnovers, so both teams have had struggles in that department at times. Now under 2 minutes to play. And the finish there by Carnes to make it a 10-point difference. 80-70 your score. Well, once again, congratulations to the academic all-district selections from volleyball, Bailey Lance, Caitlin Presley, and Grace Bucas, and also from football. These were all announced today, Luis Alvarez, Cooper Hogan, and Justin Parker. And, hey, great job by the Tornado student-athletes across all the sports, hands across the conference, 3rd place in the conference, 2,359 canned food items being donated to such great organizations that help those in need here in Transylvania County, including Bread of Life and the Sharing House. 1:52 to play. Stolen away there by Reed. Reed using Boyette, and just like that, this is an 8-point ball game with 1:46 to play. Lead was as large as 16 at one time. Controlling the action there, Avaliani. Here's Marr. Kale. Avaliani. Back to Kale. Stolen away there. Some quick hands by Reed. And Reed almost came up with a steal, stepped out of bounds. There wasn't a change in possession, so it'll still be possession for the Tigers with just 7 on the shot clock. Now 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer here is good. Russ Marr with his 5th three-pointer. Russ Marr there once again. He has 29 points. And then a three-pointer by Boyette from way downtown. NBA distance on that one. 8-point game once again, but we're under a minute to play. And a foul there, getting to be that point of the game where you have no choice but to foul, get the Tigers on the line. You perhaps try to come up with a steal early in a possession, but then down by 8 with 50 seconds to play. Corrigan now will head to the line. Corrigan 3 of 4 from the stripe. Make it 4 or 5. As that one took a lap around the track and then through the net. And the second free throw good, making it a 10-point game. Horton pushing it ahead. Boyette. Carter taking it to the hoop himself, and the finish is good. Full court press by the Tornadoes, down by 8. Stolen by Horton. And up high for the block there was Marr. Three-pointer there by Boyette is good. And the three-pointer is good, but there's going to be a flopping call. This is a new point of emphasis in college basketball. A one-shot technical. A new point of emphasis is this flopping rule in college basketball, and that's what Boyette got charged with. It looked like there might have been some contact there. Regardless, the three-pointer counts from Boyette. He then fell back. They charged the technical against him. Meanwhile, Sewanee misses the technical free throw. This is a 5-point ball game, folks, with 32 seconds to play. After that Boyette 3. Sewanee trying to break the press. Horton now fouls. Tornadoes really were making things difficult on the Tigers there. Ultimately, Horton with the foul. Another free throw attempt here. Now this is actually the objective of the Tornadoes if they don't get a steal, is to send them to the line. Free throw number 35 is no good. So Crump missed the technical free throw. Now Corrigan misses one. It's a 5-point ball game here at the Mosh. Second free throw up and good. So that makes it a 6-point ball game. Horton pushing the ball up the court. Here's Boyette. Tornadoes running out of time. 18 seconds to play. Three-pointer there by Boyette, no good. Rebounded by Marr, and now Marr's fouled. Our apologies for our score bug not being exactly precise with the time that you're seeing at home, but it's currently 11.3 seconds on the game clock. Free throw here by Marr is no good. So down the stretch here, the Tigers have struggled a little bit from the line. Meanwhile, the free throw discrepancy is just bordering on outrageous. Now 38 free throw attempts. Down by 7, Horton. 5 to play, now 4.1 to play on the official game clock. 87-80. Three-pointer there by Horton. And the follow-up is good there by Carnes, but that'll do it here at the Bosch. 87-82. So Sewanee able to take this win. They stretch things out there in that second half to take a 16-point advantage with 5 minutes to play. Tornadoes made things interesting at the end. Three-pointer by Boyette cut the game to 5. Boyette was playing with 4 fouls that entire stretch run, by the way. But your final score here will go the way of the Sewanee Tigers, 87-82. Tigers improve to 3-3 on the season, so at the 500 mark. And Tornadoes fall to 0-4. Tornadoes will be back in action 1 week from today at Warren Wilson. Second meeting between those two regional foes. But a tough defeat for the Tornadoes. Let's get you some final numbers here. (87-82) your final. Sewanee shot 57% from the field, 48% for the Nados. 3-point percentage, 53%, 8 of 15 for Sewanee, 10 of 23, 44% for Brevard. Free throws. This was the story of the game. 25 of 38 for Sewanee. 38 free throw attempts. Just 16 free throw attempts for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes struggled from the line, not able to convert on those 16 attempts, making just 8. So in terms of made free throws, 25 for Sewanee, 8 for the Tornadoes. That's a 17-point difference. And this game was just a 7-point ball game when it was all said and done. Each team with 20 turnovers. Tornadoes able to capitalize even more than the Tigers. 29 points off turnovers to 20 for the Tigers. And Tornadoes with the edge on the glass as well. 33-29, a 12-5 advantage on the offensive glass. Bench points. We talked about the Tornadoes spreading the wealth. 11 different Tornadoes in the scoring column. Bench points, 47 for Brevard, just 7 for the Tigers. Neither team got the fast break going much. 12 fast break points for the Tigers and 4 for Brevard. Individually, LB Boyette led the Tornadoes with 18 points on 7 of 12 shooting from the field. As we mentioned, he played the stretch run with 4 fouls, and actually his minutes were really cut in that second half after he had picked up that 4th foul early in the second half. So he was on the bench for much of the second half, and then down the stretch playing with 4 fouls. Hit a big 3 at the end to cut it to 5. KK Horton with 12 points for the Tornadoes. He hit 2 3-pointers. Jaden Carnes with 9 points for the Nados. So Carnes with the 9-point effort, 4 for 4 from the field. Charles Reed, 8 points and also a game-high 8 rebounds. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Paris Crawford had 7 points. Carson Evans had 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Crawford, by the way, had 3 assists as well. Garrett Sutherland with 6 points. Quincy Carter with 5. Sly White with 5. Chancey Watson with 4 and Ryan Smith with 1. David Seeley saw some action as well. Tornadoes, as we mentioned, 11 different Tornadoes in that scoring column. Meanwhile, Russ Marr, 30 points, 5 3-pointers, 9 of 12 from the line, 8 of 12 from the field. He was sensational at times. Colin Cale with 19 points. Trey Corrigan had 15, and Luca Avaliani had 14 for the Tigers. So 4 Tigers in double figures. Smith had 5, Crump had 2, and Holland had 2 as well to round out the scoring for Sewanee. So that'll just about do it for us here at the Bonchmer Gymnasium. Last game before the Thanksgiving holiday. And Tornadoes will be back in action at Warren Wilson on Tuesday, November the 29th in Swannanoa. Then the next home game for the Tornadoes men's basketball team, December 5th, 7 p.m. versus Oglethorpe. Women's basketball will be here at the Bosch versus Salem on Saturday, December 3rd at 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. Well, major thanks to all that made this broadcast happen and make all these events at Brevard College Tornado Athletics a reality. Special thanks to our producer tonight, Logan Southern. So Lindsay White handling the numbers. Pietro Mortelli getting it done as well. And our old pal Jamarcus Walker helping statistically along with Joseph Marvin, public address announcer Ray Gill, official scorer Jim Hannes, shot clock operator Bree Clark, and game clock operator Mike Victory. A cast of thousands making things happen here at Brevard College. Well, we want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving for all of us at Brevard College. We thank you for the ongoing support of Brevard College Tornado Athletics and are very grateful for you, NATO Nation. Well, your final score from the Bonchmer Gymnasium for the final time. Men's basketball at the Bosch. Sewanee 87, Brevard 82. Go Tornadoes.